What is going on, guys? It's your boy Az. We are back here with another morning of Fast 3 for you guys. A few quick things here to kind of get you guys caught up because, yeah, it seems like even on a day that wasn't supposed to have any updates, and we kind of alluded to this where they hadn't really planned anything on the Monday, and yeah, we had predicted that here there's probably going to be some maybe some announcement of a new team, or maybe there was some other stuff going on. And yeah, we were right on the money. I think with all the leaks that were happening the week prior, I think they almost kind of had to release it. And of course, that's the confirmation of the Shadow Conclaive team involving Thanos, original himself, as well as having Executioner and High Evolutionary, and that's pretty cool. And of course, the third and final member of the new characters, anyways, will be Malachite or Malachi. I always butcher their names. But yeah, very cool. And of course, oh sorry, and the last member is Sophie as well here, which is really really cool to see. I am actually pretty stoked about it. This is a team that I didn't really see coming. I was expecting like a different set of like shadow based members, and yeah, this was actually a pleasantly nice surprise. Like, I didn't think OG Thanos and Sylvie were going to be on the same team together, and if this is going to be one of the starting teams for the Age of Fear, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Like, I'm more excited about this team than the other teams they've announced. Like, the Champions was a bit wasn't crazy. I wasn't too crazy about the Daring Warriors either. But no, but I can get behind this team. This team looks pretty wicked. I'm pretty stoked for it. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens, and of course, we'll see if their kits and everything match up to their hype. So yeah, that's the big elephant in the room here. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't just post something like on the blog about it. It's just bizarre. They kind of kept all this secrecy around it and the cloak and daggers. So that was kind of weird. Actually, with regards to the blog as well here, they could have even really mentioned, they could have mentioned the X-Heist was coming back. I think it would have gotten some people to be excited for it. And of course, it helps with their planning. And yeah, of course, with regards to the X-Heist, there's also the fact that, yeah, it's going to be allowing people the opportunity to get the red stars on Professor Xavier, which I think is really, really great. They did this back in January as well, and I know a lot of people were like, oh, shoot, I missed it. They were close to getting Xavier, and they just missed it. So hopefully helps you guys out. Hopefully that now that he is back for another couple weeks, hopefully gives you guys a little bit of an edge there, and hopefully you guys are able to kind of maximize and take advantage of that, because yeah, I think that's pretty cool that he is back. And yeah, you'll be able to kind of get his red stars if you have him unlocked, and if you don't have any red stars on him and you have him unlocked, oh, that's going to be awesome. You're going to get like a awesome boost of power. You're going to be matching his red stars with my own Professor Xavier, and I had finished him kind of during the race. So congrats to everybody that is able to do that. Another thing, let's talk about the Redacted Dimension and the Eclipse event. There is no timers on there, and shout out to our boy here. Super Drap. I hope that's how I pronounce your name, buddy. I apologize if it's not. He asked the big question: could we get a confirmation on the end times for Eclipse and Retcon? And I'm not gonna read everything here, but so forth, yada yada yada. Pathfinder says what they are showing in the game is what is intended. So thank you very much, Scopely, because I think a lot of people were upset that the event wasn't as long as that they had indicated. They said it would be here for a very generous length of time, and I do feel like I think Eclipse was only 2 weeks. Retcon was I think it was around like 40, 50 days. I don't remember the exact days. I got to be honest with you guys. I'm sorry. I did not care about it, so I didn't pay attention to it. But having said that now, if they're giving us a year for Eclipse and a year for Retcon, oh my goodness gracious. I think that is a very, very generous, from their part, that is a very generous settlement that they are giving to the players, especially now that I think people were trying to balance out the resources, try to figure out what they want to do, whether to push for the Champions, Winter Guard, etc., and of course the Daring Warriors. And this just really helps with this big resource crunch right now. Yes, I know, guys, I know. This doesn't solve the issue that we are having right now with the with the gold or the training materials, but this is a pretty nice compromise. They're giving us a year for an anniversary character that supposedly looks very good on paper. Like again, I don't have the team built up. I don't have anything to kind of other than playing through the through their Daring Warrior event. I can't really say how good they are other than what people have told me, and they said they are quite good in Cosmic Crucible. So it is nice that they are giving us access to another year, to be able to get the red stars on Jeff, and of course as well being able to farm and get Eclipse at 7 yellow. Should I decide to do that, and I think that is nice because now people can kind of pivot, right, if they can't. Unfortunately, it does suck for everybody that does kind of push, they push the retcon dimension, and maybe they could have saved some resources by not investing in Deadpool, because Deadpool basically was given to everybody if you did the Chad event. And so, yeah, there's, there is that drawback. And of course, as well as there's also the drawback that some people were probably, maybe they bought some offers, or maybe they were really trying to resource crunch and maybe spent some power cores in the process to kind of get the extra goodies they needed so that they could be ready for this event. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm sorry to hear, like, if you guys might have been one of those people that were impacted, but yeah, it is a very generous compromise that they provided, and I think overall, I feel like people should be happy that they are keeping it around for a year. So we got to give them credit here where it's due. And yeah, and I think it was a very, very solid, from their side response, because I know people were pretty pissed off about the events and how fast it was going, and nobody had this built up, and yeah. Anyways, I don't want to talk any more about that, because there's a bunch of other things I want to chat about, and we don't really have too much time. So apologies there. Always being a little long-winded here, so apologies there, guys. Yeah, next thing I want to talk to you guys about is this strike pass that came in. So it looks like it was broken up into 3 different tiers, so just kind of be aware of it. It looks like depending on what level you were, you would have got different sets of rewards, and of course, obviously being the highest level, you would have been able to probably maximize the most out of it. And if you were if you were between levels 50 to 79, you would have got like the mid-level one. And then, of course, if you were the lowest commander level, which is kind of like starting out, then you would have kind of got that low tier. But either way, I do feel like, there wasn't like a crazy amount of gold and training materials, but it does help out. It does help out a little bit for the crunch. And there was actually some tier 20 orbs in there as well. So maybe, I don't know what it's like at the lower levels, because both my accounts are over level 80. So I can't really speak on the lower end of things, but the level 80 side, my baby account appreciates the tier 20 materials, so that's never a bad thing. Although I'm not 100% sure yet if I'm ever gonna push my baby account for tier 20. So for those of you guys that have been watching some of my footage with my baby account, I'm not really focused on the end game. I'm gonna try to keep my baby account kind of around a certain level so that I can still use them for minimum unlocks. But my intention was never to have the account and push him to get Professor Xavier or to get Odin. The purposes of that count was so I could figure out where the minimum unlock was for characters like Null, Blastar, Quasar, and I do have some guides there. In the I think I have it in a playlist if you guys are looking for like beginner stuff. But yeah, just so you guys are aware, I was never intending to bring that account and pushing it to like the end game stuff. I only use the account so that it would help maybe some of the starting players figure out a point of which, like, hey, what level do I need to be to get Null unlocked? What level do I need to be to get Quasar unlocked? Etc. etc. So anyways, just so you guys are aware. But otherwise, yeah. So the strike pass is there. Make sure you guys get that. And do the stuff and get the free gold, get the free training materials, that sort of stuff. Also today we should have Battle World Sentry coming in. It's weird. I think usually we can preview it. I don't know why we aren't able to preview it just yet. So maybe there's maybe there's gonna be something else that happens today. Maybe it's a glitch or something, but we'll see what happens here. The last time we saw this was with Null, and we didn't preview Null in the game, and he should have been available in the game, but he was not. And then the event was delayed a few hours. So I'm not gonna hold my breath for that, but you never know. Maybe they'll surprise us, because they have surprises before. So anyways, yeah, so that's kind of all I got for that one. But yeah, just be on the lookout for it. I'll have some footage as well here on the gameplay side of things with regards to Battle World Sentry, so you guys can kind of get through the chaos nodes. I do have previous gameplay footage as well here, but I always like to use current gameplay in case, things change. Because, yeah, we did see that there was a shift in how some of the Chaos Nodes were played last time. I feel like had some stealth buffs or something. But I don't know. That might have just been me being, conspiracy and all. Yeah, otherwise, what else do we got here? I gotta look at my notes here. There was a few other things I wanted to quickly chat about, and again, this video is becoming a little bit more longer than I want, so I do want to apologize for you guys on that. We do have the Chad event resetting as well, coming back tomorrow with the 8th anniversary second week starting. So just be on the lookout for that. We're gonna get some gameplay footage regarding the next set of heroes. And again, I just kind of wanted to quickly touch on that. It will be the best Avengers. So there is quite a few we can use with regards to that event, and it'll be interesting to see what we can kind of take advantage of. But yeah, we'll try to test around here. I'll try to do both some characters that seem reasonable at the max level, and yeah, once we get that done, I'll try to bring my characters down a bit and see if we can get some minimum levels and see if it's possible at lower tiers, just like I did with the first week, and hopefully helps you guys out there. Yeah, I don't know if I got anything else other than that with regards to the 8th anniversary. Yeah, there was also some promo codes. I don't know why they link this stuff and then they don't give the code for the other one. But yeah, the big one here was regarding the counting quarter. We got that yesterday. That was pretty cool. It's just the usual, you get the fractal rewards. So just make sure you guys punch it in here. It's pretty easy peasy. Yeah, it's the, the standard boost, March boost, February boost, January boost. Just get it done. Get the fractals. It's got a week timer on it. And I'll attach the links for the other code that was on the Facebook. Yeah, it seems like it works for some people. It seems like it didn't. Like I said, I got all the links on there. Just click on it, see if it works for you. Yeah, otherwise I can't really type it out or anything like that for you guys to click on the screen. So that's why I kind of typed it out into the comments. So you guys have it there. And I actually attached some of the previous codes as well, which I won't say what they are because, yeah, I've already mentioned it a few times. But I've attached it all in the comments, so you guys have it there. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. Last and final thing I'll leave you guys with here, and again, I want to apologize on the length of the video. I keep telling myself I'm going to make them shorter, and somehow I think I ended up making them longer, which is just kind of bonkers. But anyways, the Reality Breaker event, that is going to be coming to a close here, guys. So just make sure you guys are able to kind of maximize and get everything you can out of here. As I indicated, I was not pushing for this leaderboard event because I'm saving my power cores for the tier 21's leaderboard when they do hopefully come. And of course as well, if you guys are like close to specific milestones, like for example, if you guys did spend a few power cores in the process, you may be able to kind of push for some extras on the milestone 14 and get the tier 20s, especially if you're trying to push for Xavier right now, and it may even be more important for that, so you can get some extra goodies there. Otherwise, yeah, I would say hold off on spending power cores because, yeah, there's very likely going to be another leaderboard event next week. I can almost guarantee you it'll probably be next week or the week after. We'll check the mines later. I'll keep you guys posted. Otherwise, yeah, with regards to tomorrow as well, this arsenal upgrade is also going to reset, and we're going to get another one. And again, just make sure you guys are collecting the tier 21 materials that we got from this, which is the skill gear. And of course as well, when it does reset tomorrow, we'll be able to see here if they're going to give us like another set of skill gear or if it's going to be something else. I guess we'll see. I feel like it's probably just going to be another 25 pieces of the skill gear, which is weird because shouldn't they be giving us like 35? Because it's 35 pieces for each of the sections. So they're going to have to balance something out at the end here. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Because, yeah, the new normal is 35, not 25, which is weird. Okay, but anyways, that's just my side of things. I just noticed that it was just kind of weird, and I was like, what the heck? That's odd. Huh. So, anyways, that is all I got for this one, guys. Definitely more than fast 3, but more like a slow 3. But, yeah, hopefully this was, helpful for you guys that you might have missed any of these details from yesterday. Because, yeah, it was supposed to be a pretty boring, plain Jane Monday. And somehow I had to make, like, 5 videos, which is, like, that was not on my radar. I did not wake up thinking, hey, I'm going to make 5 videos today. So, anyways, guys, always appreciate your time. Always a pleasure. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.